Hey guys, and welcome back to my F1 2013 career mode. Today we have season 3 round number 5. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. Let's jump into the video. Emotional scenes as Early takes win in Sakhir, which is incredible. Yes, very emotional. So it's Alonso and Vettel tied at the top. James Early picks his first victory up of the season at Bahrain, which was the previous episode. If you've not seen that one, make sure to go check that one out. It was a pretty spectacular run through to victory. And we achieved that, which really put us in contention for the championship this season. Red Bull and Mercedes neck and neck at the top, but we do think Lotus is in the fight as long as Kimi Raikkonen gets his act together and starts scoring really consistent top 5s and podium places. The race information for Catalonia, usually it's quite a tough track. The AI go really well round here. And I don't think there's going to be any rain forecast, which might work to our advantage. Raikkonen has been faster than me at every single race so far this year. He's outqualified me 3-1 as well. But I've outraced him 3-1, and that's the most important. And I've got more points than him in the championship. There we go, qualifying time for the Spanish Grand Prix. And we have no rain. I think we could get through on the prime tyres through to Q2. Last year here, I think we qualified 7th. So if we can improve on 7th place, we're doing better than last year. Out of the final corner, it felt like an okay lap, but I can definitely improve in the middle sector especially. 21.6 for the first run. I might go for back-to-back laps here. Second lap, definitely improvement. 3/10 up in the middle sector, and across the line we go. It's a 5/10 improvement. 1.3 seconds clear of the Benetton of Hulkenberg. I think that'll be enough to get through. That result gives me extreme confidence that we can absolutely dominate this race and win by a lap. Early first, Alonso second on the primes as well. 4/10 off. Raikkonen in third. Then it's the second Mercedes of Hamilton. And the drivers knocked out in Q1 are, of course, the usual trio of Williams, Sauber and Haas. Bottas, Nasser, Wehrlein, Van Dorn, Ericsson and Esteban Gutierrez 4.1 seconds off the pace. Last yet again. Same again then, just one lap required. Bit of slipstream off Bianchi as we go across the line to finish the lap. And it felt like a strong lap, a 21.2. I think that's basically as quick as we went in Q1. Of course, we're on the options now though. Not as confident after the second session. The option tyres really aren't that much quicker than the primes when I'm driving on them. Alonso and Hamilton, the two Mercedes, top the session. The other drivers to get through, my teammate Raikkonen, of course, both Red Bulls, both Ferraris, and Marussia of Willpower, Kevin Magnussen, the one McLaren making it through. Perez, Sainz, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, and Stevens knocked out. Full of font on.
You've lost your front wing.
Oh dear. They've come out on track. I used Quick Sim to track, and we've lost our front wing. So our one chance at a lap and the final part of qualifying is gone. Well, a painful end there. Magnussen got a penalty for that incident, so we do start in 9th place. Alonso first. He's starting on pole position ahead of Raikkonen. Hamilton in third. Then it's Vettel, Rosberg, Bianchi ahead of Kubica, Power 8th. And Magnussen with that the 10th place grid penalty. Braking system has been improved for Lotus. A big upgrade. I know there was definitely potential for the front 2 rows in qualifying, if not pole position. So I'm not too worried about this race. We're starting in 9th place. Perez will be starting in 10th. No rain on the horizon. It's a 3-stop. It's going to be heavy tyre wear. 66 lap race. Option prime. Let's go racing. Well, there's only one more thing to do. And that's go racing. The 2013 Spanish Grand Prix is next. I'm feeling like I can get a good start today. Something's telling me that's going to happen. We'll put it in rich mix as well as the 5 lights are on and we are underway for the Spanish Grand Prix. It is a very long run down towards turn 1. We haven't lost any positions off the start for once. We have lost a little bit of a time. Down towards turn 1 we go there. We're going to take it nice and easy. Don't want to lose a front wing like I did in Q3. 3 wide up ahead. There's Rosberg on the inside of Kubica. Hamilton losing out at the start. He's down to 5th place. Maybe even 6th place. As through turn 4 we go. Whoa! That was Rosberg switching back to the inside. No space there, fella. Up the inside here of Bianchi into turn 4. And that's early already up a few positions. Up to 6th position after the first sector. In fact, maybe make it 5th position as down the hill we go. Up the inside of Kubica. Caught him napping a little bit. And Raikkonen has taken the lead from Alonso on the opening lap. Vettel runs in 3rd. Alonso 2nd. Hamilton in 4th. And Early in 5th position. It was Hamilton versus Early at the start in Bahrain. And that ultimately decided the race. Lap 3 DRS enabled, which is going to help in this battle with Hamilton. We're getting very close down the main straight. It's not close enough. Hamilton's gone deep into turn 1. He's almost made contact with Sebastian Vettel. As Alonso's got past Vettel, I've got the cutback or the switchback or whatever you want to call it on Hamilton through turn 2. And up we go into 4th, capitalising on Hamilton's little mistake. DRS, Kers, Rich Mix, fastest lap of the race as well. We're getting close to Vettel, who's getting close to Alonso. We're going to go 3 wide down the main straight, are we? Up the inside of Sebastian Vettel. Not quite, but we've got past Alonso and up into 3rd we go. And there goes Vettel to the inside of Raikkonen to take the race lead. The Red Bull showing very promising pace. He's set the fastest lap of the race as well. I think it could be between Vettel and Early for the victory this afternoon. On the run through turn 3 towards turn 4, Raikkonen is under pressure from his teammate Early. Early to the inside, Raikkonen defending by braking later and holding his position. And Raikkonen does not have DRS on Sebastian Vettel. Early definitely has DRS on Raikkonen. And the Lotus boys go side by side down towards turn 1. By the end of the straight, it is James Early up to 2nd place. Lap 7, we are keeping Vettel very honest right now. We're essentially matching his pace and almost within DRS. Maybe we are within DRS range now as we go up through turn 9, almost flat. And DRS is enabled, so Sebastian Vettel is going to start feeling a lot more pressure. Considering where we were after the first 3 races, where we were really struggling for even top 5 results. The change from Bahrain to Spain now has been monumental. Raikkonen a distance clear of Alonso, so Raikkonen could potentially, or should I say, get a podium today, which would be great for Lotus in the Constructors fight. And Vettel ahead running Rich Mix, so he's trying to extend the gap, break out of DRS range, but right now Early's sticking with him and not letting him escape. Poor final sector on this lap, and Vettel using that Rich Mix has actually extended the lead a little bit. Maybe he's managing his tyres slightly better. It's 1.5 now to Vettel. I'm really starting to struggle with the tyres. We still need to do another 5 laps. And Vettel's lead continues to grow bit by bit. We are still pulling away from Raikkonen in 3rd. Took care of the tyres better on that lap, so less slip out of the corners. And the time did improve a tiny bit. Yet Vettel 2.4 ahead now. It's looking good for him. And Will Power, where the heck has he come from? He's overtaken Raikkonen. He's in 3rd position. It means he overtook both Mercedes as well. And Will Power is maybe slowly closing in. I need to check what tyres he's on. But if he could score a podium, that'd be fantastic. It's lap 15, so we're boxing at the end of this one for another set of the primes. And the all-dominant Mercedes team, well, at least all-dominant with Alonso, they are 6th and 7th in this race right now. I can't imagine Vettel will stay out much longer. He might be into the pits as well, as we're definitely boxing here on the end of lap 15 from 2nd place. And so is race leader Sebastian Vettel. We're putting on the option tyres that we're racing the pits. We look to the drivers behind. Will Power boxes from 3rd. And it's a 3.4 second stop. We are still behind Vettel. There's Power into the pits. My teammate Raikkonen stays out, so he has taken the lead, and we rejoin in 3rd. Raikkonen into the pits, so we're back up to 2nd place, and there has been 2 retirements from the race. And it's pretty huge news. It's Nico Rosberg retiring for Red Bull, and Will Power out of the race as well. It did not bring out a safety car, but both drivers out of this race. It's Magnussen setting the pace. Vettel fastest lap now. He's 4/10 a lap quicker than me. I'm trying to close that gap. I know early in the stints is where I have the best pace. So the gap is 1.8 right now. There's a wing at turn 1. It's not mine. I did hear the crowd go, whoa! And it's Pascal Wehrlein missing a front wing. Not having the greatest of seasons is the rookie. Wow, Vettel is pulling away quick. 3.9 seconds ahead. He's about a second quicker per lap. Perez now the driver in 3rd after the pit stop. My teammate Raikkonen in 4th. 2.8 to Vettel. I think whilst he's working through the traffic, he's dropping a bit of time. But in clear air, he's definitely quicker. We are 20 seconds clear of Perez in 3rd, though. So it's definitely just Vettel and Early contending for the victory this afternoon. Vettel almost 10 seconds clear now as we're approaching half race distance. I think the Germans got it wrapped up. Engineers just told me that my tyres are heavily worn. Yes, they are. The front left especially, absolutely destroyed. We're boxing at the end of the next lap. The tyres are so badly damaged now. I've got understeer. I'm getting understeer in a straight line at this rate. And box for the 2nd time in this race. I think we're putting another set of the options on. And Vettel, the race leader, also into the pits. And we're going to rejoin in 2nd place. Vettel on the fresh tyres setting a 22.4 as I'm in the 24s. So he's 18 seconds ahead now. He's almost a pit stop ahead of me. Perez now only 16 seconds behind. He's actually catching. But as the race has progressed, I've got slower and slower compared to the drivers I have been racing. As we have now reached half race distance, we're into the 123s. 19 seconds behind the race leader. Alonso's in 6th, Hamilton in 8th. And Perez is only 16 seconds behind because he's not gone in for his second stop yet, which I've only just realised. Magnussen now the driver in 3rd after his teammate Perez boxed. And Raikkonen remains in 4th place. So it seems we're going to go another race without a Raikkonen podium. A few laps out from the final pit stop, which will be putting us on to primes. The gap to Vettel remaining around 20 seconds. So that's been okay. I think he has had to contend with traffic, which is the traffic I am now making my way through. Live F1 driver Gary Brabham mentioned. Yeah, I'm pretty certain Vettel will win this unless he crashes with the back marker. That seems to be the most common retirement in this game, is when a lead driver crashes with a back marker and they both go out of the race. Tyres absolutely destroyed. Look at the front left and the rear right in particular. Gosh, and we need to do 2 more laps on these tyres. Magnussen 12 seconds behind. He's closing in. I cannot wait to get rid of these tyres and put the primes on. Lap 46, we're boxing. We'll have a 20-lap stint on the primes. And qualifying 1, we were really quick on the prime tyres. So quite looking forward to it, actually. Magnussen gained by about 5 seconds on the previous lap. I've got nothing left. Another lap and we would have lost the position to Magnussen, but thankfully we are boxing now. So we pit on lap 46 from 2nd place for the prime tyres. That's Magnussen going through into 2nd place. A few more drivers I think will go through as well. And we'll rejoin behind my teammate and in 4th position. That's my teammate Raikkonen into the pits. So we'll be back up into 3rd place. We're into the 22s on these prime tyres. And Magnussen boxes, so we're back up to 2nd. Let's just hold this position to the end of the race. Cut our losses. We're not catching Vettel today. Another personal best lap, but the gap to Vettel is 27 seconds. The German has this one covered. I thought maybe in that first stint, it was just a matter of time before I overtook him and ran away with the victory. But as the race has progressed, he's got more and more comfortable in that RB, whatever it is now, RB 10. 6.5 seconds back to Magnussen. We'll just manage that gap towards the end of this Grand Prix. Raikkonen is setting the pace out there. Although, he's still a distance behind. Raikkonen really pumping in the laps. I'd say he's about 15 seconds behind me right now. As Magnussen, we're pulling away from him. 7.2 is the gap back to 3rd place. The gap is coming down to Vettel a little bit, lap after lap. 22.6 now. And Raikkonen in 4th place. He's trying to chase down Magnussen, but he's got an 8.4 second gap with about 8 laps to go. I think he's running out of time. 4 laps to go in this race. Vettel early, Magnussen, Raikkonen, the top 4. Good to see the Mercedes duo down outside the top 4 for once, but Vettel winning this race will give him the championship lead. As we start the final lap of the race, Magnussen has got the gap down to within 5 seconds, but he's going to run out of time, even though our tyres are definitely starting to fall off now. And it's Vettel victorious again for the 2nd time this season. As early rounds the final corner for the final time, it is going to be back-to-back podiums. We lose ground to Vettel in the championship, but 2nd place is very good after the poor qualifying session. Vettel early, Magnussen, the top 3. Kevin Magnussen adds to McLaren's growing list of podiums this year. Of course, Sergio Perez picked up a podium for his efforts in the Chinese Grand Prix. Raikkonen 4th ahead of Alonso. And Kubica splits the Mercedes with Hamilton in 7th, followed by Perez, Bianchi and Will Stevens getting a point for Marussia. Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen, the 2 Toro Rossos, just missing out ahead of the 2 Benettons of Hülkenberg and Ricciardo. And then it's Bottas, Gutierrez, Nasser, Wehrlein, Van Dorn, Ericsson, 2 retirements from today with Rosberg and Power colliding mid-race. Vettel now has a 15-point lead over Fernando Alonso. He's 24 points clear of 3rd place man James Early, so we are just within a race victory of the championship lead. Kimi Raikkonen in 4th place. He's tied with Perez, 2 points ahead of Hamilton, and Magnussen also very close behind. Rosberg's also in that battle for 4th place in the championship, but it seems the top 3 are breaking away. Will Stevens' points today means he's now 1 point behind Will Power in the Battle of Wills at Marussia. In the Constructors, it is Red Bull leading Mercedes by 11 points, and I did say Lotus would be in the battle. We're now only 18 points off the championship lead, having scored the most points of any team here this afternoon. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel as well, as we're just about to hit 10,000 subscribers. If you want to support the channel, check out YouTube channel memberships, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.